Alrighty, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day, and with that being said, let's get into the TA. Please leave a like on the video if you're finding any value or entertainment out of this and are making any money off of this. Alright, because, you know, this is all for free and you'd be helping me out. So I'll scratch your back. Just please, like, sometimes scratch my back. I would appreciate it so much. Alright, let's get into it. We're going to keep this update nice and simple again. So obviously we did get a bounce. This is what we were looking for coming out of this demand zone down here. Anyone who is going short into this, you have been the fuel to, you know, squeeze this. But I also did say, hey, it's like full on incentive here. This is the make or break moment for the bulls here. If you don't want to risk a trend change, this was exactly what you were going to be doing. And then in yesterday's video, we did point out that there still is a falling wedge going on here. All right, and we had 7 points of divergence here on this 15-minute RSI. You got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. You had so many bullish divergence points going on right there. All right, let me actually, all right, there we go. All right, so what I do want to point out here is that we are coming into the next supply zone, which this is the first one we are coming into contact with. And if you do manage to break above here, guys, the next spot we're really going to be looking for is this gap up here, which is all the way up at 439 down to 438. So if you do end up breaking up over 437, that is exactly what you want to be looking for. Now, I personally like using these 15-minute closes to justify when things are taken off. And then, of course, you want to match that up with volume. But look right here, we literally got the, you know, they were trying to stop it. This was happening like literally at the last minute of each of these candle closes. They were just slamming it down. It was the same over here with IWM. You need to break, you know, right over here. You see, they just kept slamming you down, and you did, you know, you did that. If you guys do want, you know, on the spot updates, intraday updates, along with all my option trades, you know, join the private group. Link is down below, and that is. I'm sorry, I was just pointing out what all these drawings are. Let me just clean up the chart real quick. We did end up seeing this play out. We did have an inverse head and shoulders here. And like I said, you want to be looking for those closes above it, because when you do finally get the close above it, that means a condition is changing, right? They're relieving that the selling pressure that was holding this thing down. Look, you just could not get above it. But yeah, same was over here on SPY. And once you did break out, you ended up getting the back test. And like what I was pointing out, guys, we were at the 0.618 Fibonacci over here. And now you're just coasting around over here. You got your demand zone literally coming right into your demand zone, which was the top of this, or was the August high. We ended up bouncing off the top of it, but we could have came all the way down here, the 0.786 fib, which was right around 430. Now I am going to jump on over to QQQ real quick, and I'm going to point out we literally closed out the day yesterday on the 0.618 Fibonacci, as noted in the Weeble update, which I will let you guys know right now. I will also be doing a brief Twitter update. I'll just be writing out a paragraph on my thoughts and a few pictures every single day. So if you would like to stay up to date in a very brief format after close every day, go follow the Twitter. That link is also down below. And then we have the Substack for the weekly updates. You know, that will be there every Saturday. But yeah, guys, you did end up bouncing from the bottom of the channel, going all the way to the top of the channel. I did tell you yesterday that, hey, all right, this was your upside potential until you did end up getting the close above this. That was your upside potential. I was looking for an hourly close above this. Yeah, you got the fake out over here. We're going to have to see what happens. But the next spot you want to be watching is the high of day over here at 364.88. That was literally yesterday's highest day as well as Friday's highest day. So high of day. So that is going to be the next spot, I guess we could say, for supply. So let's just put a little zone up here. All right, there we go. Here on the channel, we do have levels, but then you also have these general supply and demand zones that go along with those levels. And that's exactly what we got going on here. So that starts at about 364.50 and goes all the way up to 364.88. If you do bust up above there, guys, yeah, you're coming up to this next supply zone, which is all the way up at 367. That is what you want to be watching for. But guess what? Just assume that sellers are going to step in the supply zones and assume buyers are going to step in at demand zones. That's why we're looking for buyers right down here. This was a level we had been calling out for weeks here. We were watching this on the channel, which was just about 358, 357.50-ish is what I kept pointing out. Well, day was 357.59 over here, and then you rocket shipped. So that is that. Do we have increasing volume? Does it look like we are? Yeah, it looks like we're going to close out the day with increasing volume. I'm also going to point out that you had this coming into that demand zone. All right. I know if you guys were paying attention the last few updates we had here on the channel, you did know that even if we came down into here, you have the 0.786 right here as well, and you would have had your RSI in oversold territory. Guys, for quite some time now, that has been your exact buying opportunity all the way down here from 310. That, you know, has provided a buying opportunity just solely relying on the RSI, which is why the RSI is the one indicator that we will still be using here on the channel. CCI will pop up occasionally when, you know, when I believe it's relevant again. But honestly, I have been enjoying simple price action, volume, and using just the RSI. That's the only indicator I really need at this point in time. So that is what we will be sticking with. But over here on SPY, let me just do that. Let me see if I could take off these alerts. All right, just to make it super clean for you guys. All right, we'll do that. We'll do that. All right, we'll keep that one. So if you do end up coming back down here, guys, what I am going to be watching is you have buyers stepping up right here at this just about 435. If they do end up stepping up here and you end up flipping, we can actually put another little zone on here in between the 0.5 and that support right there. If you do end up coming down here and you get something like this and you start seeing 15-minute wicks come out of this zone, all right, and then you break it back above here, all right, there's going to be a solid shot that you do end up breaking this supply zone right there and punching it on up to the next one, which is at 438, just about 438.50, all the way up to 439. So that is going to be a ways away. This is this was the buying pressure that I was speaking of. That was what I was looking at. That's why I was saying, hey guys, even if we stay down here for a few days, I don't think buyers are just going to end up giving it up. It just didn't make sense to me. All right, now the last thing we can look at is IWM. Let's just come over to the hourly time frame. You are in between these two levels right there, and since you did already start getting your close above here, which, like, hey, I watched the 15-minute time frame. We have not been able to break above here. Let's actually just take off extended hours real quick. We have not been able to break above here. You've been getting straight up resistance at all of these, or straight up selling at all these resistances. They're just slamming you down. Guess what? That did not happen today. So there is a chance we come up to the next one, which if you come over to the 4-hour time frame, you can see where that is derived from. Right here, you have your battle going on. So if we want to put a zone to that, we can go a little like this. And there was a Weeble comment yesterday asking how I do this. If you watch enough videos, you will just see how I do this. Or if you just want to join the group, you can just see every single day continuously. Just like this. All right, I literally just show you, and if you are interested in a bunch of updates each day on all of these tickers, all right, there you go. And then you get you get my trade ideas. I can't promise I'm going to be taking all of them, but they will continuously be there. And then you get all my option trades, so that will be that. Oh, then that stuff in the morning brief, but yeah, it's whatever. All right. But yeah, that's literally, if you guys want to learn, that is exactly how I'd go about doing so. Or you can go read some supply and demand books, or just books on the stock market. Guys, stuff really hasn't changed going back in history. So like most of the books that I've read on the stock market are typically just, they weren't written now. They were written back in the day. And recently I've been enjoying that viewpoint. Just how the simplicity aspect of it. Which is why I started using fibs again. Well, I'm using them a different way. All right, guys. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. On the upside, you are watching 437 and then 439-ish. And then on the downside, for buyers to step back in, you want to at least be holding 434 to see a continued push upward. If not, hey, there's a chance we come back down here and double bottom. I still think buyers would most likely be stepping in down there as well. But yeah, this thing does look pretty strong. So that is just my thoughts on that one. You're going to have to see if you have increasing buy volume here on the daily time frame to back this move. But I am going to point out right now, you take away all this clutter. Guys, does this look like a bearish candle? No, it does not. All right, it looks like you ended up rounding here. And let me just add this back on. Again, right in demand. So it was the perfect spot to do so. It's where buyers want to hold the line. It looks like you literally flipped that, you based on it, and now you are pushing back up. We're going to have to see if there's going to be new resistance up here. at right up here at, you know, where you started getting rejected last time. We're going to have to see. Most likely, yeah, sellers are going to step in. But if you start getting some closes above there, I'm going to be watching the 15-minute time frame. That is probably going to squeeze out some shorts, and you probably have a solid shot of finally reaching up to this be open to it level at 448. There you go. That was from a rising wedge breaking up. That was literally that thing right there. I don't have it on the chart right now, but you can like kind of see it. It goes all the way there. It goes all the way there. We broke up to the upside, and that is where this target comes on the board. I told you guys, I don't know if it's going to be hit, but it is something that I'm going to be open to. And yeah, that being said, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Apple is at a new high. There we go. Peace.